Hello and welcome back to the channel. A while back, I started a list about the greatest footballers in each position over the last decade. So far on this list, I have covered my entire defense, starting from goalkeepers to right backs, centre backs, and then left backs. And now I turn my attention towards the midfield. For the purposes of this and future lists, I'll be talking about the defensive, central, and attacking midfielders separately. I know there are some players who play more than just the one position in midfield, but I've still tried my best to characterize them to a particular position most suitable to their style. So, here are my views on the 5 best defensive midfielders of the last decade. The first of many Spaniards on this list, Gabi was in the prime of his career when the decade began at 26 years of age. In fact, he was the captain of an Atletico Madrid side that eventually went on to win the La Liga title in 2014 and the Europa League twice in 2012 and 2018, while also reaching the Champions League final twice in 2014 and 2016. In all, he made over 400 appearances with the Madrid-based side, majority of which came during the last decade and under the stewardship of Diego Simeone. After 11 years with Atletico Madrid, he finally called it quits at the European level as he moved to Qatar with Al Sadd in 2018, with whom he has been since. The first player on any of my lists so far who has not made a single appearance for their national side, Gabi was frankly just unlucky to have been playing in a position that had been dominated first by Xabi Alonso and then by Sergio Busquets for the Spanish national side for the entirety of the decade. Gabi was not as slick on the ball as his aforementioned Spanish counterparts, but he was defensively sound, extremely consistent, and very rarely caught out of position. And for these reasons alone, he is good enough for me to land a spot on this list, and I believe 5th place is just the right place for him. One of the greatest defensive midfielders, not just for this decade, but of the modern era, Xabi Alonso was an established superstar by the time the decade began, as he was an integral part of the Spanish and the Real Madrid setup by 2010, and at 29 years of age, he was in the prime of his career. The 114-capped Spaniard won the World Cup in 2010 and the European Championship with the national side in 2012. And during his time with Los Blancos, he won the La Liga and 2 Copa del Rey crowns, and also won the Champions League with them in 2014. That summer, he moved to Bayern Munich for free, where he spent 3 more successful years, winning the Bundesliga title in all 3 years, as well as the DFB Pokal in 2016. Before his days at Real Madrid, he had also won the Champions League with Liverpool in the famous night in Istanbul in 2005. But since his Liverpool days were prior to the decade's beginning, I can't give that much credit. It really speaks volumes about the sheer class and quality of Xabi Alonso that despite playing majority of the time this decade in his 30s and also hanging up his boots 3 years prior to the decade's end, he still made it to the list. It was a really tough choice between the two Spaniards, and looking at the now 39-year-old Spaniard's career as a whole, he would surely rank even higher on this list, but just during the last decade and indeed for the purposes of this video, 4th place is just the spot for him. The first player on this list, who is still an active player and is playing at a top club in Europe, Fernandinho, has been with Manchester City for almost 7 years now, moving from Shakhtar Donetsk in 2013 for 40 million euros. During his time in Manchester, he has made over 300 appearances for them in the League and Champions League, winning 3 Premier Leagues, 5 Carabao Cups and the FA Cup in 2019. The 55-capped Brazilian also won the Copa America with the national side in 2019. While his first 3 years in Manchester weren't disappointing in any way, he found a new lease of life in the centre of the park after the arrival of Pep Guardiola in 2016. Ever since the Spaniards' arrival, Fernandinho has established himself as one of the best defensive midfielders not just in the league but also in Europe, taking his passing game and positional awareness to new levels, and has now become indispensable for the side. Fernandinho was arguably one of, if not the most crucial part of the side that broke countless records from 2017 to 2019. The reliance of Guardiola's side on the 35-year-old is now more than ever, as he covers a number of positions from defensive midfield to centre half, which makes his inclusion even more justifiable. The second Brazilian on this list, Casemiro, came through the Real Madrid Castilla academy, making his way to the first team in 2013 before going on a year-long loan to Porto in 2014. He returned back to the Bernabeu the subsequent summer, and just like Fernandinho and Guardiola, Casemiro also found a new lease of life under Zinedine Zidane. After Ronaldo, Casemiro was perhaps the most important player in the Los Blancos setup for the next 3 seasons, as they became the first side in modern era to win 3 back-to-back Champions Leagues from 2016 to 2018. Casemiro was nowhere near as adept with the ball at his feet as his fellow Real Madrid midfield compatriots Kroos and Modric, but the 44-cap Brazilian provided some much-needed steel in the center of the park, putting a monstrous numbers of tackles and interceptions each game. While Real Madrid have dropped off significantly after the departure of their record goal scorer in 2018, Casemiro can hardly be blamed for that. On the contrary, he has been one of their most consistent players even during this phase of transition. At 28, Casemiro is the only player on this list who is at the right side of 30 and can continue to thrive at this level for a few more years, and for my money, Casemiro was a very easy choice for second place on this list. With the rise of the 4-3-3 formation over the last decade, it really was no surprise that there was a dearth of talent for defensive midfield. But since I decided just to include 5 players, some players naturally had to miss out. A shout out has to go to a couple of players who came really close to making my list, most notably Liverpool's Champions League and Premier League winning captain Jordan Henderson, who is arguably playing the best football of his career right now, but sadly wasn't at the top of the game long enough to take a spot on this list. Miralem Pjanic, N'Golo Kante and Yaya Toure also came close, but just missed out because they have been playing in different positions over the last decade. It was really fascinating for me to see that the two nations most famous for attacking fast-flowing football, Brazil and Spain, had produced the greatest defensive midfielders over the last decade. The winner of this list, and by far and away the obvious choice, Sergio Busquets, came through the famous La Masia Academy and was shown a road to the first team by Pep Guardiola in 2008. Such was Guardiola's confidence in the then 20-year-old that he benched a proven Yaya Toure just to give a shot to the lanky Spaniard instead. Mere superlatives don't even begin to describe what he has achieved in the game since, as he has won everything there is to win with both Barcelona and the Spanish national side. A one-club man, Busquets has played for the Blaugrana close to 600 times, winning 8 La Liga, 6 Copa del Rey and 3 Champions Leagues with Barcelona, and the World Cup and European Championship in 116 caps with Spain. Along with Messi, Busquets is the only player still at the club who was a part of perhaps the greatest club side ever assembled from 2008 to 2012. An absolute legend, even in a club full of superstars, he displayed an inexplicable calmness with the ball at his feet, as he was the glue that held the greatest Spain and Barcelona sides together. And for all these reasons, he is by far the greatest defensive midfielder over the last decade. So that's it for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like and a comment on the video. Also, subscribe to the channel. Bye.